Hey everybody! Today we're going to be going over and showing you how to install the Rhino-Rack Vortex Aero crossbar system here on our 2020 Honda CRV. So here's what our roof rack system is going to look like installed. As you can see here, Rhino-Rack uses these nice arrow-shaped crossbars, which are going to do a couple different things for us. Number one, the arrow shape is really going to help cut down on wind noise. We're not going to have that whistling sound here with our crossbars. And number two, we're not going to have near as much drag. Therefore, we're not really going to have to worry about losing as many miles per gallon when we're driving out on the highway. So this particular system here is going to install on our CRV here with some door clips. We have these metal clips here which are rubber coated, so they're not going to have to worry about scratching or dinging up the vehicle. But they're going to install inside the door jamb here, which is what secures the crossbars to the roof. It's nice and sturdy, and again, all our parts are rubber coated here, so we don't have to worry about dinging or damaging the vehicle. So right now we have the black crossbars that Rhino-Rack offers. However, there's also a silver crossbar option as well. So whichever you're going to feel is going to blend in better with your vehicle is the route I recommend choosing. So adding a roof rack to your CRV, it's going to be an excellent option. It's going to make our vehicle much more versatile. We're going to be able to set a cargo box up here if we need to free some space inside the vehicle, or we're going to be hitting the slopes. We need a place to carry our skis. We can also use these with another wide variety of accessories, such as a cargo basket. We have bike racks that go up here, as well as kayak racks. So if you're interested in any of these items, we have a large selection here at eTrailer. I definitely recommend you check these out. So one thing I really like about the Rhino-Rack roof rack systems are they really give you some top-of-the-line features at a nice quality, affordable price. Number one, like most of the other top-of-the-line systems, we have integrated channels in the top of our crossbars. And what this does is it essentially makes it possible for using channel-mounted accessories, which are a little bit easier to attach than the wraparound ones that you may be used to. We're also going to get locking mechanisms on our crossbars and locking mechanisms on our mounting feet. Now, normally the locking mechanisms for some of the other top-tier options, such as Thule and Yakima, these are actually sold separately, and they're not cheap either. But with the Rhino-Rack, we're going to get plastic locks for the crossbars, which prevent the end caps from being removed. And we're going to get metal locks here at the mounting feet, all included with no added fee. Keep in mind, if you would like to opt for metal locks, you can replace the plastic locks in the crossbars with metal locks. Those are, however, sold separately. So a couple numbers to go over with you. Number one, the length of our crossbars, it's going to be 54 inches. So we're going to have plenty of space for multiple rooftop accessories. In regards to weight, we're going to have a 165-pound capacity. So again, we can really pile stuff on top of these crossbars without having to worry about any damage to our vehicle or the roof rack components. And last, I like to give our customers a measurement, the distance from the top of the roof to the bottom of the crossbar. This may vary slightly from application to application, but we're going to get about 3 3/4 inches. So another question we get here at eTrailer is they're wondering if they can open their sunroof to the roof rack installed. And as you're about to see, that's not going to be any issue at all for the system. There'll be no interference at all. So now that we've gone over some features, let's go ahead and jump into that installation so we can show you how it's done. So the first part of our installation, we want to get our fit kit laid out in front of us, along with our mounting feet and our crossbar here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the instructions for the fit kit, and they're going to give us a measurement that we need to cut this strip for. So basically, we just have it in here now just as a reference, but basically we're going to cut this strip here to a certain measurement that they give us. We'll slide that all the way over here, and this measurement is essentially going to let us know how far inward we need to place our mounting foot. So that's going to be our first step. Once we get that done, we can begin assembling our mounting foot and get ready to install it on the crossbar. Now, if you haven't already done so, we're going to need to remove the end cap on our crossbar here. In order to do that, it's super simple. You're going to get a little key that comes in our kit here, and we'll simply rotate this once we insert it in to the unlocked position. We have locked and unlocked, and then we can just slide the end cap off. But now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pad here that comes with our fit kit. We're going to install this onto our mounting foot. Now, we need to be careful because these pads and our mounting feet are going to be labeled front and rear and left and right. So we need to make sure that we have the correct one depending on which side of the vehicle we're working on and whether we're doing the front or back. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to be installing our foot here on our rubber fit kit. You just simply press it down to lock it in place. Now we're going to take our metal door clip here. These aren't labeled side to side or front to rear, so it doesn't matter which one we grab. But if we take a look on the inside of our mounting foot here, we're going to see our little threaded nut. What we need to do is we need to place our fit kit in there like so, and then we're going to come back with our bolt here. We're just going to loosely thread that in. We should be able to thread it in by hand for now, but we're also going to have our tool in our kit here to tighten it down further when needed. So now we're going to pay attention to our little channel nut here. On the bottom of the side, we're going to have a hex screw. We're going to loosen this now to about the end of our threaded block here. We don't want to take it completely off. And then we're going to go ahead and slide our mounting foot with our fit kit attached into the channels here. We're going to stop here when we've reached our rubber strip. If you remember, we measured and cut that to the correct location according to our instructions. Now we may need to maneuver this little metal block here a little bit to get it to line up within our channels. But once we do, it's pretty easy. It just slides on. And then we're going to butt it up to our strip here, whatever that measurement was. And then we can go ahead and take our handle here. We're going to go ahead and tighten that down. We're going to be torquing it down as well. Now, when it's going to be properly torqued, you can see our handle is actually bent now. That's going to straighten up when we reach the proper torque. And there we go. Now we're going to reinstall our end cap here. Simply press it into place. Use our little blue key here to turn it, and it should be locked now. We'll go ahead and repeat the same process on the other side of our crossbar here. So you can see we have our front crossbar already installed for you guys. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to get some measurements in our instructions again. We're going to get an A measurement, we're going to get a B measurement. So our A measurement we're going to take from the center of our door jamb on the B pillar here. We're going to measure forward the amount that they tell us to in our instructions. That's going to line up with the center of our crossbar, and that'll be for our A measurement. Our B measurement will then be from the center of the crossbar on the front one to the center of the crossbar on our rear one. So we'll use the measurements that come provided. And then what we'll do here, I've already done it for you guys, but go ahead and take a piece of tape and just mark out where the center of our crossbar needs to go. So now with our piece of tape in place, we know where we can set our crossbar assembly. We'll go ahead and lift it up now so we can set it into position. Now we'll take our crossbar assembly, align it with the mark that we've made. We're going to open up our door and loosely secure our fit clip. So I don't have this bolt completely tightened down. We've just snugged it up. We'll go ahead and jump onto the other side. We'll tighten that bolt there. Then we'll come back here and torque this one down. So now once we have both of our bolts torqued, we can take our locking end cap. You're going to see two tabs here. We'll line up with the tabs in our mounting feet. Press it into place. We'll take our key here, and we can lock it to secure it. We'll repeat this process on the other side and for our forwardmost crossbar. And that'll do it today for our look and installation of the Rhino-Rack Vortex Aero crossbar system here on our 2020 Honda CRV.